on, Team Boosted? We got a cool E85 type video today. We're doing a mod that a lot of people think you need boost for, but it turns out you can get some pretty significant gains with just E85. But before we get to the meat there, I want to show you guys some of the shop updates we've done in the time we've been away. So this one, anodizing station, looks a little intense because it needs to be, because anodizing is a pain in the ass. Everything's temperature controlled. You got your wash buckets, you got your battery acid bucket, you got your dye bucket, and then you got your sealing. And when we do an anodizing video, I'll explain all that in detail. But essentially, when we make our own aluminum parts, we want them to be durable and look nice, and that's what anodizing's for. We got a new workbench over here with all sorts of vices and stuff. That's good. New bead blasting cabinet. Kegerator still exists. Chop saws over here in our new machine station. So same machines as before. The CNC is fully operational, and the lathe is now over here because we were running out of space and we've spilled over to this area. So that's what's going on there. Okay. GT350 Mercedes, and if this is the first video you've seen of ours, this is a Voodoo GT350 out of a GT350 Mustang in this old crap box Mercedes, but it's real cool. That's one of the race cars, and that's bleeding into my next small update from our time away, and that is the 911. It was sold, but it was sold to James, and we are building track cars for the track season because that's what the direction we want our content to head in. So this forced his hand to create a track car. What the 911 should have been the entire time. It's now living out its dream. All the mods that he's done so far are Trek focused. Riser with buttons for the transmission tunnel. Low back race seat, which, you know, with the harness bar and everything, actually quite safe. And then he's rewiring the entire car. He's going full Rob Dom. He made his entire custom freaking, I wouldn't want to do this, and we wouldn't want to film this because I don't know how Rob Dom generates views from making content like that.
My YouTube algorithm just feeds me Rob Dom's videos constantly. So
yeah,
that's why he has
we got to figure out that YouTube algorithm magic.
It's just that wiring video from Rob Dom over and over again on a loop for like 25 hours.
So I think I pretty much covered everything in the shop. The Speedster, I'm leaving that out. We did go try to get it, but it's been outside for like 3 months, and it's going to be a ton of work. So that's probably going to have to wait until the next video. It was just too much to try to cram into this one. Check out boostedshades.com. That's a great way to support us. And let's get right into the meat of this video, which will show you how we got significantly more than 50 horsepower just switching to E85. So pretty cool video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Like and subscribe if you do. Let's get into it. Another reason to get E85. It's pretty much empty. So I'm aiming for 1 gallon. Man, someone's gonna think I'm down bad. Okay, so we're in our 2018 Mustang GT, and in today's video we are getting E85 tuned. What's interesting about it though is we are doing only E85. There's no other supporting mods, not even a cold air intake. A lot of people seem to think that you need boost to benefit from E85. Obviously the higher octane makes it so you can run more boost, but also with the higher octane you can run more timing. So we should be able to get a pretty significant power jump. We're on our way to Darden's to find out.
Bone stock to E85 only. Let's see how it do.
We're just waiting on Darden. Wonder what this is all about.
It's a V6 Go?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know whose car this is, and I'm sorry if it's
I'd like to restate.
No, I think it's awesome.
I thought it.
So we got mystery wire, and then we saw the Willwood kit, and then what's that little intercooler pipe been doing down there? I need to ask Darden what's going on with this thing, because it's
There's
just,
more than meets the eye going on
getting
right here.
Probably fast.
It's getting hilarious. You look inside.
Dude, if this is like a 400 horsepower turbo V6 of this thing.
It's an
like,
automatic too.
like
I need to ask about it. So it's even better than I thought it would be. Dude, people are afraid to do unique stuff these days now.
You gotta film this sub. It's got like the world's biggest sub I've ever seen inside a car.
Here, I'll put it in wide angle so you guys, the entire back seat is just a subwoofer. Okay.
So, you guys ready for this one? Bam!
No way.
Yeah, so it's twin turbo Coyote swap.
So guys, it's not just Lambo doors and Screw wires. It's, you know, have you tuned it yet? Do you know what it's making for power?
It made like 530 right now and like 4 pounds of boost. But
It's better than you could have ever met. Dude, I gotta take this thing off this gimbal. Don't know how to use it.
Did you charge the gimbal?
No, it works. I'm just ass at it.
I told you, dude. The secret's to using it.
You gotta download the app for it. Then it does all the tracking and turning and stuff on its own. Bro.
It's got a twin turbo Coyote, and it has the world's biggest sub you've ever seen in the back seat. Prime ad placement. That aside, guys, we are actually pumped to be working with Omaze once again. This time around, Omaze is offering you a chance to win a 2022 BMW M5 CS Edition. If you guys are not familiar with Omaze, they have a really unique approach to fundraising. Essentially, they give away once-in-a-lifetime prizes like this BMW. They give away trips all over the world. They give away houses. And the proceeds actually go towards helping awesome organizations and charities throughout the entire world. And you enter for a chance to win the BMW M5 CS Edition. The proceeds will go towards helping the Charlize Theron Africa Outreach Project. The Charlize Theron Africa Outreach Project has a mission to advance and invest in the health, education, safety, and community support of young people living in Southern Africa to create a more equitable future for all. This project supports critical resources like access to youth-friendly healthcare, health education, life skills, and psychosocial support, all of which empower young people to keep themselves and their peers healthy and safe. Let's talk more about the specifics of this prize because this BMW is actually awesome and I want it so bad. So the M5 CS is essentially a super sedan. It's got a twin turbo V8 with 627 horsepower and 553 foot-pounds of torque, which will get you to 60 in just 2.9 seconds. Special CS features include gold bronze 20-inch M wheels, kidney grills, CS badging, M carbon ceramic brakes with red calipers, carbon fiber roof, hood, racing-inspired seats. And guys, there's so much more, it's too much to list, but you can check it all out on the page to enter, which is omaze.com/teamboosted. We're excited that Omaze is helping make these videos possible because they're honestly one of our favorite organizations to work with. Some of the cars they give away are truly one of a kind, and we connect with that, and we know our audience does. And then there's the added benefit of helping out amazing organizations all over the world. So for your chance to win the 2022 BMW M5, go to omaze.com/teamboosted and enter now. Donations support the amazing work of the Charlize Theron Africa Outreach Project. Thanks again to Omaze for helping make this video possible. Let's get right into the dyno numbers.
Yeah, I feel like a real big idiot because I like never.
Devin, this is the first time we haven't had an absolute turd on this dyno.
Kind of just come here and do what we're supposed to do.
And not worry about it just blowing up the whole time. So Darden's gonna do at least 2 stock test hits just to see where we're at, and then we'll introduce the corn juice.
Every dyno is different, so we'll see where we're starting.
Yeah, these are the cool hub ones, which looks to me easier than strapping the shit down to a rollie. Made 371, which is low, but it also pulled a bunch of timing, and Darden's saying that the 10-speed that he dynoed like not even a week ago made 390-ish, and it had about 22 degrees of timing, and our car only had 17 degrees. I only put a gallon in. It could have just been a gallon of fuel. It's completely possible that can happen. But, I mean, that just leads to a bigger jump.
Yeah,
Potentially a bigger jump. So we'll see, 370, more dramatic increase if it does do the thing. So the first dyno pull was 365 horsepower. So I want to compare that directly to the E85 Tuning. What, we got about 6 gallons?
Yeah, 5.6.
5.6. First thing I noticed is you can smell the difference. It's a completely, if you've never been around an E85 car, it's just a completely different smell than gasoline. And we're about getting ready to do we're gonna see what ethanol percentage we're actually at, because obviously there was some gasoline in there to get here. So it's gonna be not E85, not exactly 85%, it'll be a lower percent, but once it figures that out, we'll be able to do a pull. So that run I think was 417. See that up at the top particularly, we got a gain of 50 horsepower and a similar level of torque. Now it's still only running about 26 degrees of timing, so it could be a little bit better. We're gonna probably give it another run, but I mean already 50 horsepower, and the only change has been E85. It is loud. 422. 422, that ain't bad. That ain't bad, baby. You'll see we were checking just because these cars like to breathe a lot. See all this dirt? We pulled this out and a bunch of like sticks fell out of it. So we're gonna pull this off and make sure like no dirt is in there. We definitely don't want dirt in the engine. We cleaned that out the best we could, but we might pick up a few horsepower just having a clean intake. Okay. Spider-Man! Okay, here is the dyno run with no sticks in the airbox. Huh?
Are you vaping or not?
Yeah. It's not on fire. You're good, bro. I'm just trash. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, so we got 407 torque, 438 horse. 54 at that RPM if you go higher. That's really good.
Under the curve.
Almost 70 horsepower.
And if you look at the whole graph, like the under the curve, it's just power everywhere. It's just everywhere where it was making power before, it's making more.
Oh, 66 wheels only got 6,500.
That's a lot.
Wheel is what it's going to want to make right now, and there's a few reasons that it could be making a little less than what you typically see with this. One of them is the exhaust was modified when I bought it. No, it's from
Nevada.
Vegas.
Like
yeah.
if they did that repair here, they would have had to use OE4.
But it's possible that the cats aren't OEM and the resonators are deleted, and it's possible that smaller diameter tubing. Now these things might not sound like a lot, but we literally banged sticks out of the air filter and gained 8 horsepower. And now, because why not, we're doing a light burble on D-cell. Not a crazy BMW 335i burble, but just something fun. What is it like to drive? Actually, unless you want it to be different, and really the only thing that's different aside from like the increase in power is the burble tune, which it really isn't even part of the E85. And I asked specifically for that to be super mild because those BMW boys, man, they ruined it for us.
That and cats are very expensive if you blow them out by having too much burble.
That's true. People don't understand sometimes with the burble tune, the cars weren't meant to have that and blow the material out of your cats, and cats are super expensive. So, do we notice the 70 horsepower? Evan says as a passenger, yes. As a driver, it's not too drastic. You guys got to remember this car already had quite a bit of power, and it already felt quick. And to get to that next bracket of like, oh shit, this is quick, it's probably going to need a power adder.
Goes.
Yo, what's up with that guy? Ah! Ah! There's no time for burritos. We gotta help that guy.
are you doing? Just open the door.
There's no time. Wow, look how much better that guy looks.
I know.